Hey everyone, we are discussing a critical reasoning question today. You can see the argument behind me. We're going to read that shortly. We'll follow that up with understanding what the question asks us to do before we get into discussing what our thought process and approach should be given what the question asks us to do. And then finally, we'll have a look at the answer options one after another and do the process of elimination. Let's get started. Terrorist attacks invariably lead to tremendous losses in life, property, and morale of a country. Right. The effects of a terrorist attack are not just immediate, they can also have long-lasting trickle-down effects as well. The fear, for example, takes a long time to die down. However, some of these repercussions can be beneficial to the country. So this is clearly the author's, I want to say, controversial opinion here, the conclusion of the point that the author of the argument wants to establish, that there could be some benefits from a terrorist attack. So far, the first three sentences were spent on kind of establishing the scenario, and then the author gets into the argument. Take, for instance, the recent terrorist attack on our capital city. In the weeks following the attack, the crime rate in the country came down significantly. So that's the author's basis for saying that, oh, there are repercussions that are beneficial. So the crime rate came down significantly from what it was just before the attack. This must primarily be due to the increased presence of police resources that were moved to the area and is thus an indirect effect of the attack. So the author is essentially saying that the terrorist attacks were good because of the terrorist attack, more police forces were moved into the area, and that led to a decrease in crime rate. So there are some long-lasting effects that are actually beneficial. I'm not sure how much we agree with the argument, right? So the first response is always an emotional response to say, how dare you say terrorism is good? But you don't know what the question is going to ask you to do. For all you know, the question might ask you to further establish that the author is correct in saying that terrorism has certain benefits. So if that is the case, once you make that emotional response to the argument, it's going to be very hard for you to come back from there and kind of try and look at the answer options objectively and pick one that strengthens the author instead of weakens it like the argument that like you want to do to the argument. So whenever there is an argument that hits close to home, try not to make an emotional response and try and keep that aside and say, okay, I'm just going to focus on what the question is asking me to do. So let's take a look at the question. Which of the following options establishes that terrorist attacks may not be beneficial? All right, so you don't have to suppress that emotional response too much, even in bringing down the crime rate. So you're basically looking at a weekend question that asks you to establish that maybe terrorism is not as beneficial as the author claims to be, and you don't even have to talk about other reasons that terrorism is not beneficial. Like, don't go back to talking about the loss of life, property, morale, fear, and all of those issues raised in the first half of the argument, because what the question wants you to do is establish that it's not beneficial, even in the aspect of crime rate that the author has raised. So we're going to focus on the second half of the argument. Let's break down the author's reasoning so we know what to focus on. There's been a decrease in the crime rate, and that was because of an increase in police resources that were brought into the region. Right, so there's a decrease in crime rate, and that's because of increase in police resources. And the increase in police resources was because of the terrorist attack that happened on the capital city. So the author is establishing a cause-effect relationship where the terrorist attack is the cause and the decrease in crime rate is the effect. So if we want to counter this, we need to say that this cause-effect relationship does not exist, that the terrorist attack was not the reason for the decrease in crime rate, that there were other factors that had an influence here, that the terrorist attack is not a good thing. That's what we want the right answer option to do. This is what we're looking for when we are weakening the argument. We want an option that says that the crime rate has come down for something completely unrelated to the terrorist attack, not because of the factors mentioned by the author, or we want an option that establishes that the terrorist attack is not a good thing as far as crime rate goes, that it has some other impact on the crime rate. Let's look at the options. The capital city has always had more police resources than other cities in the country, leading to quick detection of crimes, often while the crime is still underway. So this one says that the capital city has always had police resources. If the capital city has always had more police resources, then the author's reasoning that the increase in police resources led to a decrease in the crime rate possibly does not hold true necessarily anymore. And anyways, even if it does hold true, this answer option does not tie the decrease in the crime rate to terrorism or to some other factor. So this answer option focuses more on the quick detection of crimes quite often while the crimes are underway, and it does not talk about this decrease in crime rate that has happened. It does not tell me why the decrease has happened, and it does not tell me whether terrorism and the terrorist attack had any influence or any impact on the crime rate. Let's eliminate this for being irrelevant and move on to the next one. A number of people are frightened because of the terrorist attacks and have fled the capital city. This one talks about the terrorist attack, but it does not talk about the crime rate. So the point is, you want an answer option that either ties these two in a way to show that the terrorist attacks actually didn't lead to a decrease in the crime, or you want an answer option that ties crime rate to some other factor. This one doesn't talk about crime rate at all. If it doesn't talk about the crime rate, then we're not explaining why the terrorism may not be beneficial. So we'll eliminate B and move on. There was a recorded decrease in crime rate, okay, right after the terrorist attack in almost all cities of the country. This answer option, if at all it does anything to the argument, is strengthening it, because it seems to say that this decline in crime rate is a consistent observation after almost every terrorist attack. If there is a consistent observation, right, there is a greater possibility of this time correlation actually being a cause-effect relationship like the author is insisting. So if I say, yesterday I woke up, I later tripped and fell in the hallway, my waking up is the reason for tripping and falling in the hallway, you're like, what are you saying, right? That doesn't make any sense, because all that I established was that two events happened one after another, right? Which is all that the author has done. Terrorist attack happened, crime rate came down, and the author is insisting that it's a cause-effect relationship. But if this observation is noted on a repeated basis, then there's a greater possibility that they are somehow causally tied. So best case scenario, this option strengthens the argument, which is not what we're looking for. We want to weaken it, so that's out. Intel shows that crime rates abnormally increased for 6 months leading to the terrorist attack because the terrorists were committing other smaller crimes in preparation. So what this answer option tells me is that the terrorist attack actually led to an increase in crime rate. When did it lead to an increase in crime rate? Just before, right? And then just after, what happened to the crime rate? It came back to normal, right? After the terrorist attack, because the terrorists were no longer committing these smaller crimes, the crime rate has come back to normal. So has the terrorist attack actually led to a decrease in the crime rate? Seems that it did not. If anything, the terrorist attack contributed to an increase in the crime rate just before. So when all of those smaller crimes that the terrorists were committing stopped, the crime rate has come back to normal, which looks like a decrease. So the terrorist attack didn't actually lead to a decrease after, it led to an increase before, is what this answer option is saying. And if that's true, then it means the terrorist attacks are not beneficial in bringing down the crime rate because they're contributing to an increase. So we'll hold on to this option, check E as well. The government had initiated schemes to decrease poverty and provide better livelihood for the people just before the terrorist attack, several of which were beginning to yield results. Now this is a very attractive answer option because it seems to say that something else happened right before the terrorist attack, and those factors could be contributing to the decrease in crime rate, especially because the last part says that these efforts were beginning to yield results. But is poverty linked to crime? Does poverty lead to crime? Has that been established anywhere? What results are these efforts yielding? The result could just be that people are no longer as poor as they used to be and their livelihood is improving. The result doesn't have to be that the crime rate is coming down. So we have talked about an alternative scenario here, but this option doesn't effectively tie that alternative scenario to the crime rate. And unless you do that, we're not establishing that the crime rate came down because of the government efforts. We are still unsure why the crime rate came down. So this answer option can also be eliminated, which means in our final analysis, D establishes that terrorist attack actually led to an increase in crime just before and not a decrease after, and by doing so, D is the correct answer. Whoa! Hold on, don't go yet. I have a bonus CR argument for you. The premise of the argument is that you're watching this video, which is a fact. The assumption that I'm making is you do like our video discussions of CR questions, and therefore the conclusion that I'm going to draw is that you have hit the like, subscribe and bell icon. So prove my conclusion right, strengthen the argument and hit that subscribe button.